So the plan is to upgrade from Xfinity to Surf Broadband, which is over here. They're not even labeled their box. It just says it's just a generic box. So we're going from cable to fiber. And if you look here, you can kind of see the fiber cable just laying on the ground. It's quite the experience. And there it is again. It's gone on for 5 months. They came right away. Actually, do not email them. They will not respond. But you can kind of see here, there's where it goes in the ground. Board underneath to over here. You can see they do dig up your yard quite a bit. But the whole experience has been 5 months. They came, they marked with all the little yellow flags, and then never came back. Never came back. Then in May, I called to complain, said, hey, what's going on? Then they came and marked again. Then finally they came. But you don't get one guy, you get one guy looks, the city comes and marks, then the guy comes and does the fiber, then another guy has to come and bury it. So it's been quite the process, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you the equipment. Then we are going to do a speed test from that to that. So let's go look at the equipment. We're in the basement. You can see here's the professional install just plopped on here, which is fine because I'll mount it. It's got some screws in the back. We'll kind of mount it over here. But you can see it's basically just a media converter. Fiber optic in, Ethernet out, and that's all this is. So it's got a couple blinking lights. That's all cool. But so not much equipment. You can do a couple different plans. They have like a $55 plan, then they have like a $65 plan. I think the difference is you get an Arrow, which I have an Arrow, Amazon Arrow. Access point, which is great, but you can use your own equipment if you like. And so the main idea was Comcast is pricey. It's 75 bucks, and that's for a 300 meg download, which they've slowly upgraded. 12 meg upload, which is terrible for uploading videos. And that's just internet. That's no TV, nothing else. 75 bucks a month. This is 55 to 65 a month. Check their website, make sure that it hasn't changed, but maybe you'll get a different plan. I don't know. And so I figure we can save a few bucks and get faster uploads and super fast downloads. 25 time upload increase with this fellow, and 4 time, let's say 3 time, 3x increase in download speed, which I really don't care. It's just the upload I'm worried about right now. So we're going to go and plug in the laptop. We're not going to do it over Wi-Fi. We're just going to plug into the access point upstairs. And then we're going to do, we'll do the Xfinity one, and then we'll plug into the Arrow access point and get, basically we're going to get an accurate, fairly accurate download speeds, upload speeds through the Ethernet connected direct in. If you use Wi-Fi, you're not going to get it true because you're going Wi-Fi to that, to that, that. So let's just do plug straight into the devices and then do speed tests and see what we get. See, are we getting 1 gig upload, the asymmetrical 1 gig up, 1 gig down, which is what they advertise. I can also show you up here the Arrow app showing it's getting like 800 meg up and 800 meg down. It kind of course, is going to probably vary during the day. Probably it's a shared connection, so you get a lot of people doing their stuff, you know. Maybe it's going to be a little different. I think that's probably how this works. Not quite certain because it didn't seem like anybody knows. But let's do a speed test. All right, we're going to use surf.net just to kind of make it fair. You want to use Xfinity as their Surf's own speed test because, you know, not that Comcast would cheat. Let's hit go. And we should get around 325 meg download and 12 upload. Looks like we're kind of ramping up. I'm going to try this a couple times just to kind of make it kind of fair. So 328, so that's pretty accurate. And I am plugged directly into my router. Now we should get the upload. And 12 meg for most people is absolutely fine. That's when you start uploading lots of big videos. You want to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes uploading a video. Kind of gets a little, so you can see 316 down, 12 up. Basically just what we're paying for. Let's do it again. I like speedtest.net The Xfinity one works fine. I did find it's kind of geared more towards Xfinity. If you do try it with somebody else's, sometimes the results are a little bit off, and I'm assuming they do that on purpose because it knows who you are, where you're at, and what provider you're using. It's about the same, 310, 12 up. One more time, just for fun. So we kind of get a nice little average. Looks like it's going to be about the same. And a lot of times you'll get different readings throughout the day. Comcast is a shared network, so, when everybody gets home at 5 o'clock, you're going to be a little slower than you are at, 2 in the morning. Okay. And download, looks like we're going to be about 12. And that's exactly what I expected from Xfinity. Actually, I really never had much problems with Xfinity or Comcast. Okay, so now we're going to try, and we're going to do it again. This time, let me go plug into the Arrow, and we'll do the speed test on Surf Broadband. So you can see it's Surf Air. Hit go. And I don't want to do this through Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi you're going to get kind of a mixed result because you're going through your personal home Wi-Fi. So we're at 500 meg down, a little bit under 500. And like I said, we should be getting one up, one down.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Looks like we're about 860 or so going down. It's kind of surprising. 490 up or 490 down. Oh, get out of the way. 490 down, 885 up. It's like the opposite of what I would have expected. But if it is a shared network, you would think download probably will be a little less because you got a lot of people, at the same time as you. Probably not a lot of people upload, a lot of people download. Okay, let's do it again. But if you do the speed test from your app, the Arrow app, it seems like you get 8 up, 8 down. So there may be some latency between the modem and your Wi-Fi network or your router. About the same results. 526 down, about 880 up. It's still way better than Comcast and a lot cheaper, about $10 cheaper. So let's do it one more time. One more time. I'll probably do this again later on. Just a different time of day, just to see if there's different results. But I do suspect there might be something not quite right because you should get pretty close to 1 gig download. Because they're really close to one to the upload speed. So you see we're doing 800 upload, which is really, really good. But still, all in all, cheaper than Comcast and faster. Okay. So there's the results. A little disappointed that it's not 1 gig download. But I think what we'll do next is we're going to cancel our Comcast and cut the cord and continue on. Because it's kind of funny. The second that they turned it on, they billed me. So that's basically the Surf Broadband experience. Been quite an experience. I said it took months and months and months. I finally got somebody. Don't email them. Don't ever email them. That's a waste of time. Nobody responds. I did finally call. If you call, you'll get somebody. And like I said, initially, it's like, oh yeah. Some guy came right out and goes, oh yeah, we gotta have the city come out and mark all the gas lines and stuff, and that's fine. They came right away, did all that. Then the next guy came and said, oh, we have to directional bore. We got to get a permit from the city. And then nothing happened. And then it was winter, so I figured, well, I'll let it go because it's, the ground's frozen. But then, I think it must have been probably April. I called and said, hey, what's the deal? And they said, oh, well, let us find out. And then found out they really didn't do anything. Then they came and remarked them all again. Then they came directional board. Then the guy came and terminated the fiber and put it into the house. And now waiting for the next fellow to come and bury the fiber in your yard. So it's been seems like it's quite a lot of people to do a job. I kind of get the boring's kind of a specialty, but sticking, I don't know. It seems kind of just it's quite a lot of work to get fiber. Where Comcast, they run it from the pole to your house to box in the house. So, but different technology, and hopefully this will be good for everybody because everybody around me that has it, they absolutely love it, and you really can't beat saving some money. And but all in all, I do like Comcast, but we'll see how Surf Broadband works out over time because we just got it, and so far so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's you guys. Have a great day.